Hey guys, and welcome back to At Our Modern Farmhouse with Cat and Pat. So today we are working on this wainscot wall in our basement. So in our last video we talked about having all this hickory flooring that we kept from when we built the house. So we ordered this, had it installed all upstairs. They were going to throw it away. We decided we wanted to keep it. So we drug it all down to the basement. We probably moved it around 4 or 5 times since we've been here. So it's kind of been in the way, but it's time now to use this wood. So going through it all, I found out why they were going to throw it away though, because there's a lot of bad pieces. There's a lot of pieces with glue on it, stuff that's really not usable. So as you can see on the wall, we've got a staggering 5, 4, 3s, some 7s even in here. So what I've been doing is just going through my pile, picking out all the pieces I like the best that work, or gonna work, and we're putting them on the board here. So as I described in our last video, I have all this OSB board that I put on the wall so I can face nail in here. What I found out though is as I put these pieces of tongue and groove wood up here, there's the tongue and there's the groove, and so when I get them up there, a lot of them just kind of hang together, so you don't need to even nail every one of them. Maybe put one nail in it, but they seem to hold pretty good. What I'm having to do though is I'm having to rip off some of the tongues on them to make them fit down here. Eventually I'll come back later and I'll do, after we get our flooring in, I'll put a trim down on the base. I started today by cutting my top trim out of the same flooring. So what I did is I took some of the larger pieces, ripped them down to 2.5, and that's my trim. Just sitting right underneath this window well right here. I will say though, this hickory, there's not a lot of long pieces. So I think there was a 4-inch piece, and this is about the longest piece that we had. So we've got a lot of these short pieces, and that's what I'm working with, which is okay because it gives it that flooring look. So this is about as far as I've gotten, and I've been working on this thing for about 4 hours. It's turned out to be a little more difficult than what I originally planned. It's not as easy as hanging a shiplap or some other kind of wood on the wall that we're going to do, like our cedar that we're going to do. This has turned out to be a little more difficult, but still working through it. Cutting around the outlets, because this is a hard wood, I'm jigsawing out around our devices here. And that's taken a little while too to get that cut perfect. It's got to be a little better than just a normal cut, because I don't want to see any gap behind that outlet there. So we'll be putting some brown devices in there with some brown covers. And I will show you this though. We're going to leave it natural, guys. At this point, that's our idea, is to leave it natural. But if you put a little water on it, or maybe if we got something to just bring out some of the grain and some of the knots in it. As you can see, this is just a wet rag, and you see how it's bringing out all that grain. It's a pretty cool look. Pretty neat pieces in here, but it's gonna look pretty cool. This is gonna be a dark, I think we're doing dark, right, Kat?
Yeah, maybe like a blue
gray.
steel gray type color. Because now that, guys, we had thought about at one point, like this bottom part either being white shiplap or like a dark stained wood. And then we decided to keep it the natural element, kind of the lighter wood down here in the basement. Upstairs it's all a lot of dark wood. So we wanted to do a little different down here and do light wood. So yeah, we think if we do something dark on this wall, it'll kind of really make this light wood element pop down here.
Yeah. We've already got our chandelier, so we're gonna do a chandelier right here. We haven't picked that one out yet, but we do have our sconces picked out. So they're a barn-like type sconce. It's not gonna have a gooseneck on it. It'll just come straight out and then 90 down, and it'll be I think it's a 10-inch round fixture. So
Are those the silver ones?
yeah, they're a galvanized color, so they're kind of vintage looking. We don't have one sitting out here. It's kind of tucked back away from when they were doing the sheetrock. But we've got speakers throughout the house. So this is actually its own zone. So the system I'm using is Nuvo, and each zone in here is going to be its own zone. So they can all be turned on and off by themselves. So there we have it. we have this wall. I'm about done. I'm getting there. I might have an hour and a half left. And next video, when we get to the next wall, we'll give a recap of this wall, show you the finished version of it, and should turn out pretty nice. I think we're gonna like it down here.
Yeah, guys, we're trying to figure out something to do with this window sill here. It's you know, Pat thought about putting wood in it.
I was gonna, Sarah, I'll show you guys real fast. So I was gonna basically cap it in here, you know, and take the tongue and groove and build a wood top for this window seal. I still might. The problem is when they frame this up and the sheetrock goes on, it isn't square, guys. I mean, this is, you can see how far off it is. If I put a piece of wood over here, and that's, you know, that's square, you can see the gap. So I could do it. I would just have to cut my angles there, and I still might. I'm still contemplating on what I'm gonna do here. But we'll just leave this sheetrock, finish it off and paint it.
See, and I kind of like it without the wood there.
Without the wood?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a clean look in there. I like it. I don't know.
What do you guys think? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. I mean, I think we'll do some like faux wood blinds on this window, and then I don't know, it's kind of such a big area here for the window. I don't know, maybe something cool on the inside there, or just leave it plain and simple. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. If you have any ideas, let us know for sure.
Yeah, one day we'll be closer to getting this done. There'll be a TV on the wall right behind Kathy. We have a 55-inch TV that's been sitting in our garage since we moved over here. So one thing I did do, guys, I'll just let you know, when we frame this up, I actually put blocking behind the wall so I don't have to worry about hitting the studs. So we know where the studs are, but I have blocking, 2x6 blocking back here that I can put my mount anywhere in that area. So I have it centered right in the middle of this room, and that's where it'll go. That is one nice thing about building your own home and finishing your basement pretty much yourself and having some guys help you, is you can do things that normally you wouldn't do if you were hiring somebody to do it. So, but anyways, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to check out our work today. Seems like it's never ending here at the Blue House, but we're getting it going. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.